Welcome to the live stream. It is a crazy night. I've had just been running around trying to make some things happen. Look at this. I even got my little mini tripod out and had all kinds of exciting plans, but here's the deal. We're together. It's Tuesday night again, and I'm not alone. I can see many of you guys in the chat. I will tell you what happened, and in getting ready tonight, I had some really cool things planned. A couple of those things are still happening. Had to come up with a plan B on one of them. All of that running around in the last, welcome to live, right? Welcome to live streaming. I mean, you gotta love it. Live streaming literally is like parachuting. You never know what's gonna happen, what gust of wind's gonna hit you when you jump out of the plane. I don't plan on parachuting. But I can say this, I have a light set up on the back patio. I have a tripod set up on the back patio. I had my streaming bridge all set to go. I'm just not gonna cry. I did stop though, and I'll greet you, just stand by. Need to get some of this extra energy out of my system. I did go shopping with my wife, which I enjoy nowadays, now that we're getting more towards retirement age and slower pace and there's no chaos. And I found this magazine on the shelf, thought it was really cool, grew up on Spider-Man. And so it's the ultimate guide to Spider-Man. It even has the Miles Morales cartoon. So really cool magazine. I'm enjoying reading this when I have time. I haven't had a lot of time, but I purchased this over the weekend. So I'm going to use this right now as my happy thought, and you guys being on live with me as my happy thought as well. So let's look over here and see what is working, what is not working. Let's see. I think I'm all ready to go. Let's take this one shot off the air and let's do some highs here. So let's start here on the top and let's do this appropriately. Jay, it's good to have you. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you asked me to put together a DIY, do-it-yourself waterfall / fountain video. And I just have had such a weird year, craziness all around, that I just got to it. I will give you guys an update on what happened to our behind-the-scenes internet in my studio. That's another story this week. I can say this, being a live stream every week has been a little bit of a challenge for me so far this summer. I can say that it's been more a challenge this summer than it has been any time historically. And it's not just the live stream itself, it's the things I have planned, things coming up in my personal world. So quite a journey for me. That's why it's called Life Journey Production Studios, because you never know what your life's journey is going to produce for you. So good to have you. Then I saw, I know I saw Freddie. There he is. Good to see you, Freddie. He's saying hi. Then we had Tony. So he's saying hi. Looking forward to this. Yeah, we are going to play the entire video that I put together. You guys are going to see it tonight first, then it's going to release. I'm going to watch it one more time, then release it later tonight on my channel. I'm thinking about doing some commentary tonight. There are a couple spots where you'll hear me in the video. If you'd like some commentary, let me know, because it'll be forever on the video tonight. I do have Super Source set up to play the video and be on the screen, so you guys can make sure that I don't take a nap while the video's playing tonight. So good to have you, Tony. Good to have you, DJ Ware. Wondering what magic Keith will do and if Ratso will be with him tonight. No Ratso yet, but Ratso is coming pretty soon. I'm feeling like my Ratso tank is empty, so we will have to have Ratso make an appearance. Doug, great to have you as always. I look a little overexposed. Let me know if I am tonight. Let's see. I said, DJ Ware, hi to you as well. It's good to have you. And I think that's everybody. Oh, it's doing its thing again. You got to be kidding me. Don't do this to me again tonight. Chat. Let's see. How do we delete this? So the chat has been doing its little deal. So let's get caught up here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not recording. Let me go ahead and record. Thank you, Freddie. Actually, it's ISO recording. We'll go ahead and record ISO tonight. Thank you, Freddie. It's good to have you here. Tech for Fun. He's incognito tonight. Doesn't have his name in his channel, but most of you know who that is. Let's see. What else do we got here? Get this crazy thing to go off so that my chat will populate. So I actually did a couple conversations with Aaron Precky. He was here last week. It was great to have Aaron on the channel. A big fan of his channel. He's lots of people on his live stream every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, I believe is when his live stream is. But he wrote this, he took a written chat plugin for Chrome, Google Chrome, and then he updated it, and it's been available. And he had problems after our live last week. And what happens is that when you pop the chat out, every time you click on a chat to display it on the screen, it brings open this little menu, and that menu freezes the chat's ability to bring in any more chat. So you don't know for sure if anybody's there. It's Joe. So let's go chat on here. It's Joe. So he's letting us know it is him tonight. So I have to click on the three little dots on the top of the screen to be able to get chat to populate. So what does that mean? That means as you guys are typing into chat, I don't see it when that little window's open. As soon as I close that window, it populates. So, okay, what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna watch a video that I edited. I've decided that because you guys went on that journey with me and I did some streams here on the live stream a long time ago, and we've made some modifications, which you guys are going to see tonight. No one else will see it when I put this video up because I did not include any new footage. I have some footage I just took on my phone. You guys are going to see that tonight. My plan was literally to be out on the patio. I had the streaming bridge set up. I had my iPhone set up on the porch. I have a light on the porch, and everything was working fine. And then everything quit. So I did everything I know to do to get it to work. And so I have since then had to go to plan B, take some footage on my phone, which I will play later. So I do have a little poll. So take a moment to answer this question. There are some gaps in the video where it doesn't have any footage of me talking. I think there's two segments of me talking, one in the opening and one in the middle of the video. So there is no commentary. If you would like commentary tonight, say yes, commentary in the chat. And we'll just see what the majority is and see if anybody else joins us. If you want no commentary, either don't say anything in the chat or just say, no, Keith, we've heard enough of your voice tonight. We want to rest our ears. At least I would love to rest my ears. But I have some fonts and things up there, descriptions of what things are. But I really wanted this video to kind of give people an overview of what it took to build the fountain / waterfall in the backyard. And how we did it. So you're going to see the whole dug. You're going to see the bricks that we used. You're going to see inside where the pump is. You're going to see where the float is. You're going to see the rocks before. You're going to see how we built the pond. You're going to see how the plants went in. You'll even see pictures of Shannon putting plants in. And then the final shot is the nighttime scene, which you guys have seen here before on my channel. But it's the beautiful vista of that beautiful place in the back of my house, which is the still image. If you saw tonight's still image, that is the video that you guys are going to see. There's a few second clip of that in the beginning, and then there's quite a bit more of that in the end. And then the last little piece of the video tonight is a before and after. So the yard before and the yard after, though it is a daytime scene before and it's a nighttime scene after, because man, it's the waterfall fountain is beautiful at night with the sun setting. Okay, let's dive back into the chat. We're going to start the video at 20 after, so you know. So get ready for that. And then we're going to do some Q&A after. I'll answer any questions that you guys would like to have answered. I will show you the footage, and then we will wrap it up tonight somewhere between an hour and 15 minutes. So probably be together at least another hour. The video isn't anywhere near that long, but it is not a short video either. So get your drinks ready, get your snacks ready, because it's going to be movie night, and I will be right in Super Source watching this video tonight with you. And it looks like it's all ready to go, though I do need to change HyperDeck cards. So, okay, let's get back in the chat here. Let's see here. What can I share? 1 vote commentary, 2 votes commentary, 3 votes commentary, 4 votes commentary, 5 votes commentary. Wow. Okay. I wish Dominic was here because he does wow so much better than me. And a laugh out loud. Hopefully that's for the same thing that I think is hilarious. Okay, so, well, so let me give you a little update on why we did not do our little IT journey tonight. I had scheduled with Mark to go on a shoot on Thursday morning, Wednesday afternoon, which was just like I announced it last Tuesday that IT behind the scenes live stream was going to happen tonight. And it was Thursday morning, just 2 days after last week's live stream. I was scheduled to go with Mark on a little video journey. We were going to go to his house, look at his tower. We were going to go to the mountain where the signal comes in. We were going to go to the station that I found out after last night's live stream, the station on the bottom of the hill that he uses to receive his signal. Then we're going to go to the Country Mercantile where his receivers, his radar receivers are, microwave receivers are, I guess. And then that then takes the signal and shoots it a number of places. One of the places it shoots is to the back of my house, which is literally 20 feet away from the waterfall. Because at the back of the corner of the house, you can then see clear over to the Country Mercantile. And then also there's a signal that goes to the house be next to us, which is my mother-in-law's house. And that relays through my receiver, I believe. At least that's what I was told. So Mark got called to go on a call. So we weren't able to get together. So he's been out of town. We've texted a couple times. He sent me a folder of data. I decided not to try to do it without him. And so I did not grab all the footage that he had. I want my own footage. I want to go boots on the ground. I really want to share this journey with him and have you guys share it as well. And of course, that will all be videoed. But this was on mainly if I had to get up and move around the studio. And I've had it on since I was setting up on the porch. So we'll try to do that next week. A lot depends on our conversations in the next couple days. So I decided to edit this waterfall DIY do-it-yourself video. And I had lots of ideas. I want to talk about that real quickly. We have a couple more minutes before we roll the video. Actually, let's get Super Source in here. Let's change discs so it is ready to go. There it is. And so I had an idea of a little a little stream in my backyard. Then I had this idea of a pond that would then, I could pump water out and have it feed a waterfall. But as I was searching on the websites, I found this really cool design that I actually really loved. And I just saw something really funny. Anyway, so because of that, finding this fountain, and it really was a stack of rocks. They were like red rock from, you know, down south, like Arizona, Nevada, someplace like that. And they were chunks of rock, and they were just stacked up, and they got bigger as they went up and then got smaller, and it had water cascading off of all sides, and it was just in a bed of rock. So obviously they had a pond or something underneath the rock. And so I just loved it. I loved the idea. It was super low maintenance. I wanted to have some plants around my, my fountain, but I so wanted a waterfall. We decided we're going to try to do both. A fountain, obviously, water just spills out and it can flow on all sides. I wanted this to have kind of a waterfall look / fountain look. And so that's what I penciled out. I took measurements. My wife had a client that was willing to come help me. He does a lot of building. He's a handyman. He's a contractor. We talked about it. I told him the areas that I was going to be really good at, like designing it, the rock and all that stuff, figuring out most of the intricacies because of my engineer brain. That's just how it works. But I did not know how to, what kind of float to use, what size pump to use. And so we just decided to collaborate on this project. So you're going to see him in the video. You're going to see parts of his kids, none of their faces, but you're going to hear some voices and some playing in the background as well. But no children have been, faces have been put in this video. And again, it's the beginning of the yard being empty, just with grass, with our fence, all the way to the very end. You're going to see us testing flow with a hose. You're going to see him put the hose in the back of the fountain / waterfall. So quite a journey. I actually love projects like this, and over about a 3-day period, and then some changes over the years, it's been used, but I've never edited all the video footage that I took. So here we go. We're going to roll this just a second and let you guys see this video. And this should auto roll in SuperSource. Again, it sounds like I get to do commentary. So I will chat where I think I need to chat and give you guys a little bit more information. And then I will be quiet when I'm on camera and it opens up with me on camera. So I'm going to mute my mic. Let's just double check and see if anybody else has joined us in the chat. That looks like it. So this is a great question. What is a sip cup? So grab something to sip, a cup, iced tea, good liquid, and let's enjoy this little trip behind the scenes, the D.I.Y. waterfall / fountain build. It's been, I think, a couple years now, made some minor changes. We'll talk about that when the video is done, and I'll show you some new clips. So, let's see how the extreme ISO works as I switch over to SuperSource. I'll still be on the screen, and let's see if the video auto rolls. Here we go. Well, welcome back to Life Journey Production Studios. This is the D.I.Y. do-it-yourself waterfall project. Actually, it's really a fountain. It comes up right here in the middle of the backyard. Underneath it is a 7x7 pond. About a little less than 19 inches deep, and I'm surrounded by building blocks with a pile of blocks in the middle to give us the support for the rocks, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I don't know if you're interested in DIY projects like this. How does that apply to my channel? Well, this is where I get to come out and think of new ideas, just reflect, spend some time just in the tranquility of this little garden now on the back patio. We have a beautiful sunset, as you can see here on the screen. that sets behind the waterfall this time of year, and it's amazing. Check out some of the footage that I also will have here on the channel for the waterfall going together. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe and like, and if you enjoy this video, share it with your friends and your family and other YouTubers that you know here on YouTube. Thanks, guys. Okay, this is my back porch. This is the view currently before the build. Here's kind of a pan left to right so you can see the view, and there's the location that we're gonna put. So it's all laid out. He's already digging. That's when I grabbed my iPhone to take this footage. I did very little digging. That was great. He had some help, so I was busy doing some other things here. Here is the block wall that kind of is going to be the base and the foundation. They've dug the hole. Now what he's doing is he's smoothing out, packing down the blocks. And you're gonna see we're packing dirt inside the block holes. And then we have caps that are gonna go on that as well. And I do commentary about how this is gonna go together. This is the D.I.Y. It's not a pool. This is actually gonna be a catch basin for our waterfall slash fountain. So, and this is what it looks like. So that's where all the pump stuff is gonna be. It's gonna be raised up. The rocks are gonna go in the middle. You guys will see that. Right now we've tapered this because there's gonna be these stones on the outside, right there. And then we're gonna have capstones that are gonna go over the pond liner. Those are gonna be the capstones. They'll go right over these sections right here. And then the other rocks will just go around the top. And there won't be anything holding the plastic down here but our regular rock. And this is gonna be the low spot on this corner right here. And everything else is designed to taper, and all this will be covered by pond fabric. So stay tuned. It'll be more exciting when we get some really cool stuff done. So. Okay, so now we have the pond liner inside, and that's gonna stay right there. We have capstones that'll go around it. This is our break for the kids to play. And then this is the foundation for the pond, for the waterfall. So you have to have something to put it on. He's putting the bricks around the border. Now he's cutting the capstones to fit, not only there, but down underneath. We need supports for the pump station. And there's the pump, a 1/6 horsepower, 28-gallon pump. There's the big rocks that were donated. So that's where the pump station is going to be. And we put that board down to protect it. There's the grate for weight support going in right now. And you can see a little pump station there. There's the rocks. We're now carrying rocks in shortly. These are the other little pieces of rock that are going to go on there. So once we get this completely covered and everything cut out, we'll be able to bring in the stones. So 2 types of wire. That's the smaller screen, and that's to keep any rocks from falling through. So that pond. And now we're ready to bring the rocks in and start trying to figure out how we're gonna lay it out. So there's the main water line, and the power goes right there as well. And he's getting the plumbing and all that stuff going. There is the pump. This is a hose. We're just testing the flow of the water to see how we wanna have these rocks angled. I'm looking at it. I don't like this angle right here, so we're talking about it. Yeah, I'd like to know what the other flow looks like, but we'll know here shortly. Shannon's gonna carry that last rock for us, Ruben. Great. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it.
I think if we shorten this hose, only how much we need, we'll have a little more flow.
So we're trying to figure out how much water is gonna flow out of the pump. So we know we shorten the hose, and so I'm taking more rocks here, so we've added a little rock on top.
Waterfall slash fountain. And we have some lights ready, getting charged. Solar panel. We have ability to hook up an extension cord right now because we have the wiring right there on the ground, you can see. It's all ready to go. You can actually put lights up underneath the fountain right here. You can also see where the hose goes up right there, and it comes up through those two rocks and it comes in right there. Hopefully you can see that right under that rock, and that rock causes it to cascade down all directions. It's beautiful. We'll show you what it looks like tonight when we get it all done. Again, there you go. You have a look. This will all be filled with rock here just shortly. Got 3 of those lights ready to go. These rocks right now are just holding down fabric. Some of those will go on top of these rocks right out here. And I'm about to start shoveling those in. So there they are right there. That rock's coming in, as well as those rocks will be part of the ones that go on top of it. And just pull these slats out right here on the fence, and we'll have some lights splashing against the wall there, and Shannon is going to be doing some plants. So we're going to have plants around the fountain, and so it's going to be a nice little layout. So there you go. There's the fountain from up high over my shoulder. I actually have this set up to run on irrigation. I'll show you that here real quick. So it's tapped right here into the irrigation pump, and you can see the valve right there, that pipe coming down in the middle, and that goes underneath the ground and comes in right here. You can see that blue line right there, and that'll go into this compartment where the pump is, and that pumps water up there. That cord right there is going to be plugged in all the time in a waterproof container, and then that electric is going to tie in down here into the house, and that cable is not run yet. That'll be finished tonight. So there is the rest of the burying cable, and that's going to plug in way down there by power by that heat pump outlet. So got a little bit of work to do, get back out here in the sun, so we got to get busy. My wife is out getting some more items, and I've got to shovel all that rock inside here, and I'll show you what that looks like after, so stay tuned. And there's the view of the waterfall. So we'll give you an update as soon as we get the other stuff done, and we'll see you then.
Okay, we like this flow. Not sure what we're doing with the top, so we're changing rocks. Some of the rock's been shoveled in. He is cutting to get the hose up through the pond. There's his work trailer and his truck. And there's the rock. He's feeding that hose up through the hole that goes up to the back of the waterfall. And now he's feeding this in a second up through our hole. We only drilled through a couple rocks. It was much easier than trying to go through all of them. And we did some testing, so we're pretty confident. We had to shorten up the hose. Longer hose, less flow, FYI. And this is the bracket to hold the hose in place. And then we actually caulked inside the hole. And you see how tall it is. He's about 5'8", 5'7". And that's our newest capstone, and that's out there today.
Somebody on my channel gives me a hard time.
Nicole helped me with the last little bit of loading. My back was killing me of rock. And this is before the little rocks that we bought for decoration. And you're gonna see a stone get added here in the next video, right in the middle there. It's in place right there. You can see it, it's brown. And now you can see it. That helped us get more water flowing down the right-hand side. And I like the color of that rock. This is it before we added the top stone. We played with this, going back to this look, and I decided I liked the other look better. Shannon is getting the plants all ready. Most of that area that she's placing them, we can dig down. But the ones closest to the fountain, Here it is with rocks the way we wanted it. And here it is at night. Beautiful sunset. You can hear the highway off to the left. It runs almost the angle of the left fence. It's about 500 yards, 800 yards away. And this is the view right from my porch. Coming up is the before and after. There you go. Quite a bit of change. And that's it. That's the video. Woo-hoo! 2 years later, I edited the video. I know it's not super long. I know that, and in reality, I talked a little bit more at the beginning. I just felt like some of the things I was saying wasn't super important. So now it's forever recorded on this live stream channel with commentary. So I would love to get your questions. If you guys have any questions, let me go back in here in the chat and close the little window again. Tony says night shot is beautiful. Quite a bit of waterfall. That was a big concern of mine. I didn't want a wimpy fountain waterfall. So I would have gone back and bought a bigger pump if it didn't work. I was ready. So yeah, we do get, you mean erosion as far as dirt and stuff in the pond? I'll address that here in just a second. Yeah, okay, so let's start here. Erosion. So I got the bigger rocks and, season one, some sand and stuff on those rocks got down into the pond, which is perfectly fine. My water supply in the pond was plenty. I designed it so that I can pull the rocks back, and if I need to, I can clean it out. I just use, if I drop a pump, sump pump in it, I can suck it out. My wife and I have those in the garage. So there is a lot to this. So not only did I have to find a place in my backyard where there wasn't sprinklers, and when we were digging the hole, there was a sprinkler line that went just barely through the corner. So we did really good. It didn't stop us from proceeding forward. But we did have to cut it and change its angle because those blocks, which were regular cinder blocks, they had to go straight in the corner. So I couldn't have something cutting across the edge of the corner. So basically it was like that would be the pipe. So that had to be cut, and then it had to be changed so it wasn't in our way, which is great. I still don't have an overflow drain. So if I run my sprinklers too much, or I have a big snow, and almost every season when I go out there, it's completely filled from the snow melt. But so far, we haven't really had any residue getting in there. All the dirt and all the plants are outside of the pond, underneath the visqueen, or the pond fabric. And then it's pulled back to the very edge of the pond after it's capped. And then we have fabric down that keeps the water from getting in there. So sprinkler water gets dirt in there, but it doesn't run into the pond. There's about an inch or so gap at the top of the pond so that water doesn't run into it. It just seeps into the ground. It's sandy soil, so most of that just disappears over time. So lots of little pieces to that puzzle of putting everything together. So erosion in the rocks really aren't eroding. The water is irrigation water, so it's filtered before it gets there. So I may add a filter again inside the pond, but it seems to be pretty clean water. So far, we haven't had any major issues. We did have an electrical short this year because we decided, I originally wanted to post, let me get this video ready for you guys to see here. Oh, wait. Tony's got a big question here. Why is that not populating here? There we go. Freddie said, I'd never imagined it would take so much work. Sunset is your favorite time. That's my favorite time. I like the mornings out there as well. Yeah, I've been wanting a fountain a long time. When I was in Newport, Washington years ago, around the block, some people that I knew had a fountain in the front of their, like a rock waterfall in the front of their house, and I always loved that. No, the rocks that are stacked inside the pond, they're not mortared. They're right up against the dirt. So we did not cut the hole any bigger than we wanted it to, shoveled it down. So it's hard packed dirt. And then they sit up against that, and then they are in there against each other. So they're not mortared in. We did hammer down in dirt, water, and stuff down in the middle, but it doesn't really move. So we thought about it, but we decided no mortar. It's just, they're set in there. There's 2 levels of block in there. And then we tapered the edges so that when we put down in the pond fabric, which is really, really heavy duty, it's not cheap. I think I spent a couple $100 on what you see there, maybe more. I don't remember. But it's tapered, so it wasn't, really tight angles, and then we put the capstones on it to hold the pond fabric in. The pond fabric goes out a ways, so the rocks sit on the pond fabric as well, but we also put in fabric on top of that. So any dirt has to be filtered from that fabric before it drops in to the pond. And there's that heavy grate, so you can walk anywhere on the pond. It supports your weight based on how we built it. So quite the journey. So no mortar in the pond. Yeah, depending on where you live, you might want an indoor one. Here is Tony's. We had a waterfall into a pond in our New Jersey house on a raised patio. It was our backyard oasis. Really enjoy the tranquility from the sound of water. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I don't know how I survived without it, to be honest with you. Absolutely enjoyed it. My computer timed out here. Let me get back alive here. Okay, let's get into this video real quick. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart this. Let's do this. Let me go into Super Source. I'm in channel 3. Let me go into Super Source here and go to channel 3, right? I'm in channel 3, right? Channel 3. There we go. Okay. Cool. So here is the video of today. And I'm going to give you a little commentary of what's different here. So you're going to see some plants different in the background. So that's the waterfall as of today. This was taken literally maybe 8 minutes before I rolled my intro video. And so I'm going to thumb through this slowly. So you can see I added some lights in the front. I got lights in the back. What I really like is to shoot lights on those plants because they make really cool shadows against the back fence. So then if you come over here, we had the short, so I added this spring, this pole. So instead of the power going to the ground and then right behind that plant, it was right back in there in the rock where it shorted out. It wasn't supposed to get any water in it, but it did. So I had to replace the plug. And so I put this in. So, and then I have a light, and that light's really too bright, so I don't use it. But if I heard anything out back and I wanted to light things up, I can turn this light on. It's all remote. So I literally can turn the waterfall on and off from my phone. So there's 2 outlets there. I have that light plugged in. I will be unplugging it in the wintertime so that box will close. Right now, my light cord is not long enough, but I'm changing lights, so it didn't matter to me. So I added that post, I added that power supply, and then that outlet in there is a remote outlet. And I love it. So I can turn it on and off from my phone, which I absolutely love. So let's just roll the rest of this video. And there you go. So the the fountain's pretty much the same as it's always been. I do have some junk that just blew in there today. So again, I love how I don't have to have a hose going all the way up through the rocks. You can see right there. I love how the water comes off pretty much some of the sides on both sides. Let's go all the way back so you can see the other side of the waterfall. But yeah, so the plants that you see that are in the ground are all in soil, and we have drip lines that water those. So everything is watered from drip lines. And again, so I love the looks at this at night. I don't have a sunset shot of it recent, so there you have it. So let me go back here to this camera, and I will go really quickly through my phone here. I do think I do have a shot. That's pretty much just like you saw. You go back here to see if I have any evening shots of this waterfall. Lots and lots of video on my phone. And I do take pictures of the waterfall, but I've been deleting videos just because of the space it takes. Still looking, sorry. Here's a couple shots. Black and white. So not all nights have the beautiful sunset, but it sure performed nicely for us at that moment in the waterfall build, D.I.Y, whatever you want to call it, do-it-yourself adventure that we took together as a family. It was quite fun. So I love the idea of having the tranquil place. I have been trying to spend a lot of mornings out there. I've been getting up between 6:30 and 7 o'clock out on the back patio reading, and been reading some books. Got my magazine, planning on doing a little bit of Spider-Man reading tomorrow in the morning. Today I was editing, and yesterday I was editing. It's crazy how long it takes to put one of those videos together with all those cuts and all those edits. Let me catch up here. When we moved in, we talked about a fountain in the front. We have a perfect spot for it near the porch. Go for it, Jay. I mean, go for it. Now, the good news for me was all those big rocks were donated. My wife is so connected. She had a client that runs a landscape business, and people would buy these pallets and pallets of rocks. There would be stuff left over. So we actually got a lot of those rocks left over from other landscape projects. I offered to pay for them. He absolutely refused to let us pay for them. The little rocks inside the bed area to add some color and different dimensions and different sizes, those all we purchased locally. I think I have like, I don't know, $300 worth of extra rocks in there, not counting the whole rocks in that. So it's not inexpensive. Thank you. Great job, Keith. I hope you enjoy the efforts of your work for many years to come. Yeah, my goal is to stay alive and enjoy that for as long as possible. Cool. And if you have any questions when you're rewatching that video, let me know. You can put it in the comments. I will be posting a non-commentary version up on my channel. So people can go to this live stream if they want to hear the commentary. I have speakers in the ceiling on my patio. So I have a, what's it called? I can't remember the manufacturer, but it has 3 zones. We're using zone 1 for the living room, and I have surround sound, and then I have zone number 2 for my patio. There's 2 speakers in my patio. I literally leave that on satellite radio, our favorite station, all the time, and I have just a dimmer switch by my back door so I can turn that volume up or down. Got a hot tub you saw in the video on my back patio. The hot tub, we can also sit there. And the hot tub, when we're in the hot tub, it literally, we can see right over the fence. So we can see that beautiful sunset from the hot tub. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. I don't have to protect the fountain, Freddie, when I have snow. It just snows right on it. I pull the pump out. I wrap it with Visqueen, and then I slide it right behind the rocks. So actually garbage cans. So I get like 2 30-gallon garbage can bags, duct tape it in there. And it just protects the motor during the winter. I unplug it. And then it just sits there. The pond stays filled normally. But lately I have been draining it. Last year I drained it all the way down and it was completely full by the end of the winter. And the way I do that, I don't use the pump because it already has a hose attached. My wife has a extra pump that she uses to drain when she does home births. My wife is a home birth midwife, and so they can rent a birth pool if they want to have a birth in a pool, which is a whole nother podcast. But to drain it really quickly, she has a big pump like the one I have, not quite the volume. And so that's in our garage all the time. So I can just take it out there, I hook a hose to it, and run it right over the fence, and I can drain that pump really quickly, or drain the pond really quickly, because I do have that access in the back. So yeah, I do want to put some speakers in the pond itself, around the pond. You can do Bluetooth speakers, but it would be really nice to just install them. It's a Denon is the brand of my surround sound receiver. So anyway, it has Bluetooth. It also can play satellite radio. I don't currently have a CD player that's working, but we play our Apple TV through it in our living room. We play our DVD, Blu-ray player through it. What else do I have up there? I think that's it. The TV can come into it. So in reality, I could play outside anything inside. So outside or inside. And zone 3 is so that I could run sound someplace else. But our backyard is so small, and we're normally sitting on the porch or in the hot tub. We really don't see the need to put speakers out there, but it would add some more ambiance, especially if it was just like crickets or some kind of jungle sounds. That would be cool. So actually, that's kind of enticing me right now. I like the idea of some jungle sounds. Yeah, they make those speakers that look like rocks, and that's probably the way I would go, Joe, with that. So, again, I've been wanting to do this live stream. I was saving it for later this summer. I have a list of live streams that I want to do, the IT behind the scenes. I'm getting ready to purchase a couple speakers, powered speakers. I've got some quotes. I've been debating between getting some really nice QSC speakers. They're 15-inch and they're very expensive. They're like $1,000 now. But I decided to go for some 15-inch wedges that are less expensive. I'm waffling between two brands. I do want to bring those in here and do a live stream on those. I also have been using this app that I used at the, and because I have my phone here, let me bring that picture up here again. I have my iPhone tethered tonight, so I can show you things here. Somewhere, yeah. Let's see. Let's go back to SuperSource. So this app, I really would like to do, get Austin Stenmeyer, bring him in here. I would have to borrow the amp. I would set it up on the back patio, and then we would basically set things up, probably borrow the whole sound system and set all this up in a live stream. I'd like to do it live and then show how this app works. It's very fascinating to me. I didn't like it at first, but I'll be using it again Thursday night. We have this young adult meetings that's for multiple different churches in the area. And I help them set up and take down. Austin is a local young adult. I was doing sound. He's doing sound now. He knows this app. He uses it every Sunday. His dad is a pastor. And so because he knows it so well, I would love to have him come in and take us through how that app works. So that is an idea for a live stream. Let me know if you like that idea. And then I told you I'm buying some new equipment. I just haven't totally made the decision yet what I'm getting. I have a job in August that's going to require me to buy a new lens. If I want to continue working with this RV manufacturer, I'm going to have a different lens. And so I'm looking at a 14 to 35 Canon RF lens, which will go with this camera, which is the EOS R. I'm also considering a new mirrorless camera to replace my Canon 5D Mark III. It's actually, the last time I used it on the table, it looks like it's starting to go. The video had some issues, and I've never seen that before, so I haven't even been using it in the live stream. So that camera is about to be retired. I just want to decide what camera to get, I thought about an EOS R, but I don't like the overheating issues. So the EOS Rs are great. They do 4K, even though it's cropped. There's a new R10 that just came out. I'm looking at it, R7. But there's not a particular camera that really has captured my imagination. But this lens is a 14 millimeter lens. So I've been watching some videos on that. So I might do, if I get that, I might do a video on that. I do want to have Jeremy from the music store to come on a live stream. So he would bring some products in with him and we would talk about those. Maybe even a big soundboard. Not sure we'll do that yet, but we've been talking about it. So lots of ideas. If you have any ideas, please put those in the chat tonight as well. Let's see. What's your favorite? What is your favorite serious cam channel? You mean serious about cameras? Oh man, I have a bunch of them. One of them is on the channel all the time. But I would probably say one of my all-time favorites over the years, I'm just looking here because I can't remember names. Let me just go in my videos to watch file here because they'll be in here. Couple million subscriptions here. Obviously, number one is Peter McKinnon. though his channel's he's got 2 channels now. He's my all-time favorite. Let's see, what else? I like Javen Dovey for drones. Let's see, who else is on here? I also like 3 blind men and an elephant. I just love his style. He's got this old school, smooth talking style. Absolutely love him. 3 blind men and an elephant. Check that out. Occasionally I'll watch Matt, Haapoja, used to be teamed up with Peter McKinnon. Nathan Cool Photography, if you want to learn how to do real estate photography. Nathan Cool Photo, that's amazing. His channel, you can learn a lot. Just going through here. I like Sarah Dici, rhymes with Peachy. I like her a lot. Man, I just have a lot of them. I learned stuff from Aaron Precky's channel, a lot about live streaming. He's been one of the major gurus. I like Curtis Judd when I'm talking about audio a lot, but he does video and stuff as well. He is amazing. I'm just going through here. Zdenka Darula, Zdenka Darula. She does a lot of phone type videos on how to use your phone. So check her out. I'll put some of these in the links tonight after we get done. I watch F-stoppers ever so often. Who else? I know I'm subscribed to them, and I know they have videos. I'm not seeing them right now, so I'll move on here. David Joshua Ford is really cool. Again, that's live streaming. I've bought some photo D.I.Y equipment before. The light I was going to be using on the back porch is photo D.I.Y. That's F, not P, so FOTODIOX. They have a photo D.I.Y Inc. page. Okay, I just don't see anybody else popping up in my to view videos. There's finally a Peter McKinnon. Gerald Undone, I really like. Just seeing his video, his channel right there in my inbox. Tom Buck, who's been on our live streams before. He has a really cool channel, was a teacher for years. Now he's a full-time YouTuber. Tom Buck. And you can put your favorites in the chat as well. I'm not going to take any more time on that particular question. Okay, let's go in here. Okay, see you later, Jay. You're probably already gone. I am mad at Sirius or Ford as my radio erased. Oh, I'm not using Sirius radio. I'm using internet radio, and it's not Sirius. So, yeah, I did look at the JBLs. I'm not sure that the PRX line is what Jeremy's recommended. Let me look at his text right now. He's saying JBL Eon 715 and Yamaha DBR 15s. They're $599 or $549 a piece, and I need to buy 2 of them. I might be buying 3 of them. So need them for floor monitors for some of the events we're using. I have another sound system I can borrow. Eventually, I want to have 5 or 6 speakers. Some will be main house speakers, a couple subs, because I am going to start doing some sound stuff on the side as doors open. Plus, I have projects that I'm doing myself. So that's why I'm looking into speakers. Yeah, I've looked at cinema lines. I had a Panasonic. I do so much photography and I'm in the landscape. It's hard for me just to go cinema. But I was really thinking about, for a couple days, the Iris cameras by Blackmagic Design, just because I was fascinated with the 8K footage, but it's just way out of my cup of tea. So, yeah, need a sub. Tony says he loves Nathan Cool, learned so much from him when I was doing some real estate shoots. Wow, good for you. There's some money in real estate shoots. So I'm not really into real estate, but I might do some. I had a couple jobs that I did for friends. But again, you have to have some really wide lenses. I think most people are shooting 14 mil. My widest is 16 mil. Let me know what you shot with. DJ Ware loves the channel, 3 Blind Men and an Elephant. He is great. Yeah, he is so different. Like, most of us will take our guidance from the average YouTubers and very animated. He is just really smooth. Like, I just like his style. So check him out. Yeah, Zdenka is awesome. I 100% agree with that, Tony. I have a few of Nathan's photography how-to books. Yeah, he has some great stuff. I haven't bought any of his stuff. I bought some Lee Filter books, digital books. I've looked at his stuff before. He gives you so much training in his videos, but he has classes. Yeah, and Curtis Judd is amazing as well. I have to say yes to that. So did that pop up? Yeah, they're popping up. Okay. So make sure we got that up there. Make sure I got this up there, and make sure I got that up there. Okay. Well, I wish I had been able to sneak out and be on the porch with my Mix Effect on my iPad tonight using the streaming bridge. And it worked fine a few weeks ago when I was just using it to be on the table. But today I wanted to use it on the back patio. I literally have a light set up back there. One of my Photo DX lights is on the back patio. I should have taken a picture and showed you guys the setup. I was going to use my phone tethered to be my camera. So, that's probably what gave me the problem. I was streaming to my streaming bridge from my A10 Mini Pro on the back patio, and then lost the signal. It might have been when I plugged my phone in to charge and then plugged it back in. You probably shouldn't do that. So anyway, I absolutely love the idea of a streaming bridge. Love to be able to broadcast from different studios, but I seem to be having issues. I am going to look to see if there is an update available and get that up and running with an update. I have not looked in a while to see if there is any updates. Okay, a couple more here. JBL Eons are good. PRX line is one level up. Wooden cabinets. Yeah, so I'll check into those. PRX, which is JBL. So, but they're probably going to be back up in the 800-900 price range. So let me know. Here's the answer from Tony. I used 11 to 20 zoom lens and a 10 to 18 as well. Factor in Canon crop factor as well. 18 mil. Yeah. So I'm not shooting 4K. That would crop my EOS R when I'm shooting video. I would be shooting photographs, and there is no crop in the EOS R. The EOS R actually has 4K HDMI out. It's another reason I really like that camera. It's not a micro. It's a mini HDMI out, but not a micro. I don't want any camera with a micro HDMI out. That just spells trouble in my opinion. Even though I have had clients do installs with those, and if they're up, never moving, that's one thing, but I'm always changing my cameras. I take them on the road with me, and sometimes with these Manfrotto friction arms, they get tweaked. So not having that, and let's just go ahead and let's go into Filmic Pro here. And we'll go into Super Source. So there's my friction arm. And you can see out of the side is a mini HDMI port. And I don't think I've done this before in a while. But there is my monitor, my confidence monitor. And so I got the program coming in. That's a 7-inch free-wheel monitor. This was a gift from Joe, and who's in the chat tonight. Thank you, Joe, once again. So I used that free-wheel right there. I'm going to replace this with a 10-inch because it's so much better for zoom and for me to read. And I can also put my HyperDeck shuttle, which is right there. I can actually use that as a teleprompter, and so that can be put up there. So I just put the type up there, and if it's 10-inch, I would be able to read it much, much better. And here's the chat on my Wacom tablet, and here's the problem. Let's click on this again, and see this window opens up, and the only way to get that to go off is I got to come up here, hit these 3 little buttons on and off again, and then the chat will actually scroll down, and I use my mouse to scroll down to the bottom of the chat, and that's the last thing that's come in to the chat right there. So I'm chat off the air. So again, Rodecaster Pro. You can see I'm on channel 3 right now, which is sending the audio to my ATEM Extreme ISO. Channel 1 sends it to these speakers right there. And those are JBLs. These are studio speakers. Here's my BenQ monitor, and you can see I have the chat on OBS. This is also Skycam, which isn't working right tonight, but I'll show you guys. So if I turn chat off, Skycam on, for some reason, it's coming in weird. I mean, I can put the Skycam up, and then if I click up here and go right, go full screen, Blackmagic Design, then if I was to turn chat on the air, puts it on the screen, and if I was to turn on, let's see, where's it at? On my mix effects here. Let's see, Skycam on. Then the Skycam comes in that little window, and then I can turn Skycam off, and then I don't have that issue. So again, 2 HyperDecks, only using this one tonight. We'll put this disc out and this disc back in, so my outro video will play when we go live. But again, BenQ monitor, I can hit play, and it's going to play up there. There's my flat tire from my last trip to Dallas, Oregon, and that video I put together for everybody in the studio. So if there's anything else you want to see in the studio while I'm tethered, I would be happy to show it to you. But we're going to wrap this up here in just a minute. Let me put chat back on the air, and let's turn chat off the air and fix OBS back to chat. Chat on the air, and let's yeah, I'm using it. Thank you very much. It's actually one of my favorite monitors in a while, and I still need my other glasses to be able to see because it's just far enough away that my eyes don't adjust right. That's why I'm going to do a 10-inch monitor. And then I have my other glasses, which are for me looking at a monitor. These are bifocal. So if I look up like this, everything's clear. But if I look straight at it, it's not. And that's the downside. This is a camera angle I want. And so I'm going to stick with that camera angle because it just works for me. So, okay. Anything else? Let's close this crazy window again. See if we can get our chat to populate. Oh, yeah. Big time. I've retired almost all of the little switches. Now, I do have one so I can send the HyperDeck. I should have a 3-way switch, and I have one in a box, but well, let's just show you. Let's just be crazy here. So this is my laptop. This is my PC. So my laptop's right here. This is my Asus ZenBook. It's got an i9 processor, 2060, I think, card. And then here's my PC, and that's my NZXT computer. You can see I have a 2060 Ti card there. This is an i9 as well. So i9, that video card needs to be updated here soon as well. But if I want to have something else go up here, I use this switch hiding back behind my Apple or my Pi. So this switch right here is not retired. That divides my EOS R into 2 different signals. And then I have a switch over here. And this is so I can go from program to streaming bridge. I was going to use this as a backup for program, but I never use it. So right now I bypass this switch and I'm coming streaming bridge directly in here. Actually tonight I plugged the streaming bridge into channel 2 and just bypassed all of the extra stuff I have to do to use my second extreme ISO. So I would like to be able to put my shuttle up there as well in that monitor. I can switch between my HyperDeck. So let's get a video going on the HyperDeck here. There you go. It's Dominic and I. I'll hit play on that. So if I switch this button right there, that monitor is going to change. Takes a couple seconds, and there it is. It's Dominic and I. And hit stop, and then I can go back. And that's so I can actually hear that monitor plays sound. When I have it divided into 4, I only get sound on that quadrant. And I want to be able to hear my audio on my Intric videos so I know they're working right. So that I can switch between channel 2 and super source. And that puts me back up here. So you guys can hear me, see me. Okay. Yeah, so my latest 1 to 2 switches, I still have quite a few of those. Let's put that up there, sorry. 1 to 2. So I have one on the top of my desk. Again, right here. Let me zoom in. I love this app, the old Filmic Pro. So there's one of the switches. Down here, let's switch back. Grabbing a light. Hopefully I won't show client stuff here. Right now I'm looking for the switch. Here's the mess under my desk. There's the streaming bridge that's not working tonight. That's my switch. That's not the only switch I have underneath my desk. There's some light. There's a power supply. There's an Apple TV there in a corner. And up there somewhere is another one of those 1 to to 2s, and there's another one up in the rack back there. So lots of stuff underneath my desk. And it's not as nice as it was when I first did all that. And I love these little MC lights. You buy these for $100 and they will do color. And I use those on the shelf back there, even though you can't see it very much tonight because I have my desk up. So I think I have 3 of those 1 to 2 switches. And I have 2 left of the, 2 in, 1 out switches. So if that answers your questions. I had many, many, many more. They're not in my drawer anymore. I think I've put them all away now. I used to keep one in here just in case, but I have a whole junk drawer, and I'm not showing you guys the junk drawer because it is a mess. Okay. Off the air. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. You and Tony bet on it. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to help you with your bet. So, not that I don't want to help you with your bet. I just don't know how many are under there. So I'll have to answer those questions, and I will email Tony or you to let you know. So, okay. Well, we have, I got work to do still tonight to release that video. So I'm going to get some dinner and get back in here to do that. It's been 1 hour and 50 minutes tonight live stream. This has been the DIY waterfall / fountain. Technically it's a fountain, but it also is tilted forward to give that waterfall effect, and absolutely love that. I like this picture right there. So the DIY fountain video premiere right here on this channel. So thank you guys so much for being a part of tonight's live stream. I hope that you'll like the video. If you liked it tonight, that you'll share it. It's got commentary on it. So that is long live the switches. Yeah, exactly. So now when I hit clear, the little icon thing goes away. So it's some bug in here. So pop it up, it comes up, but when I hit clear, it goes away. But if you don't put it away, you're not going to get the feed. So hopefully by hitting clear, maybe that bug will get fixed. Obviously, something got changed inside Chrome in order to mess up that plugin. Thanks, Freddie, as always. It's great to have you on the stream. Good to see you as well, Joe. And again, thank you so much for joining me. We got lots of cool things coming up. Hopefully I will be able to get with Mark this Thursday, and we'll be able to do that behind the scenes look at my network. I have to clean a little bit up under my desk, but you guys will get footage of how the whole internet network works in my house, including different wireless hubs that I have in my house. I really want to do a thorough job with that stream. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and good night to you as well. Good night to you, Freddie, as well. Well, that's been another live stream. This is Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios. We're going to roll the outro, but I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all again here really soon, and watch that video as it releases later tonight on the DIY waterfall / fountain build here on the channel. And I am working on my Stream Deck Plus sideshow effects. I didn't do a very good job of it last week. I'm learning it. Did a little bit of editing with it when I was doing that video, and I want to do a complete tutorial on how to use this sideshow effects pack, Premiere Pro, for the Stream Deck Plus, and I also have the pack for my Stream Deck XL. So again, that video is coming up as well. I plan on continue practicing, and then eventually I'll shoot the final. I did a video, but still learning the buttons, and I want to make sure that I'm very, very intuitive so that video looks professional as possible before we roll out. Thanks, Doug. I enjoyed having you. David, there is one of my favorite photography channels. So good to see you, David. Watch the video back. I did a premiere of my DIY waterfall / fountain video, and they talked me into doing commentary. So this video has commentary as well as a couple different walk-arounds with me on the video already. So hopefully you guys won't all go out and build waterfalls or fountains, but if you want one or you need any advice, reach out to me and I would be happy to help you do that. If you don't have my email already, just use the link below in the description, fill out the form on my channel, and then you'll also get special event alerts. I do probably 3 mailers a year to my subscribers. That's it. But I do blogs on my webpage, so you can check out some of the blogs. And most of these videos are posted on there, plus some of the things that I offer clients. I still do consulting, FYI. So you can get a free 1-hour consult on media production. Mainly, I like to spend most of those hours with clients that want to learn live streaming tech, but I also do tutorials on how to use your phone photography and for video. I give instructions on how to use the A10 Mini Pro, the Extreme, and Extreme ISO. There's no real difference between those two products except for the ISO does all the channel recording. So if you need training on that, I even do some Stream Deck setup, things like that in companion for my clients. All kinds of help on HyperDecks are available on my channel, and even how to use Aaron Parecki's chat plugin is on my channel as well. I have a couple other tutorials I'm going to be working on once I finish this last Stream Deck Plus video, and I'm looking forward to that. One of them is going to be a behind-the-scenes look on how I use Mix Effect in my live stream, so that will be fun. And it's going to actually have some over-the-shoulder shots of me live using Mix Effects, so that'll be fun as well. So you guys have a wonderful night. I am Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios, and I'll see each and every one of you, hopefully, in the next video. I'm out. Thought I was out.